New World, Amazon's new MMO, scheduled for release on August 31st. I'm Feb, and today we are giving you an ultimate guide to New World, covering character slots of siege battles, so sit back and take some notes. Now mind you, this game is huge and we are covering some of the important facts. If you want more in-depth videos, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe down below. Check out the rest of the channel, we may have what you're looking for. Now on with the video. When you start the game, you'll be prompted with a choice of servers. If you're playing with friends or a company, make sure to pick the same server as them. A small intro video will be played, and now it's time to create your character. Currently, at this time, you are only allowed one character slot per server. During character customization, you can choose your name. Names are unique, even across servers. Once you create your character, you'll wash up on the shores of Eternum and begin your journey. Make sure to complete all the quests on the beach prior to moving into the settlement. The beach quests are prerequisites to unlocking some of the important quests in your starter settlement, such as gaining access to the quest line that allows you to place a camp and moving into the faction quests. In New World, there is no classes. Everything is determined by your armor and weapons equipped. As you kill monsters, complete quests, gather, and craft, you will gain experience with a maximum cap of 60. Upon leveling up, you will get an attribute point to spend on one of the 5 attributes in-game. Strength determines melee weapon damage. Dexterity determines ranged weapon damage, also contributes slightly to damage of some melee weapons such as the sword. Intelligence increases damage of magic attacks. Focus increased mana regeneration rate and is the primary stat for healers. Constitution is increased health. Considering there is no classes, a combination of your attributes and weapon skills determine your proficiency. Every weapon has its own mastery tree, which we will go further into another video, but in short, the more you use a certain weapon, the more experience you will have in that mastery. Each mastery can be raised up to a level of 20 and a total of 38 abilities for each weapon, 19 on each tree. Which brings in weapon slots. You'll have a total of 2 weapon slots and you start out with only one of them available. The second slot unlocks at level 5. There is no restrictions as to what weapon you can carry, so you can equip any combination of 2 weapons in New World. Moving on to items. Items have weight and your inventory can only hold so much. You can see your current weight limit using the bar at the top of your inventory. If you are overburdened, you won't be able to dodge or run, which can be a death sentence in combat. So keep an eye on your inventory and free up some space before it's too late. There is also a salvage system to gain raw materials by destroying unwanted gear. These weigh less than the items themselves, so it's a good way to get rid of some weight. Also can get you some of that much needed repair parts. With a weight management system, we can't continue without quickly going over the armor. You obtain armor via drops by killing mobs, looting chests scattered around Eternum, or obtaining a crafted piece from the trading post, or just making it yourself. There are different rarities along with tiers and levels and classes, ranging from common to legendary, light to heavy, and tier 1 through 5, but you're honestly better checking out our armor guide that we did if you're looking to better understand the deep mechanic and getting the most out of it. Link is in the bio below. Gear in New World can possess certain perks. For example, a piece of armor can have the Pleased perk that gives you 5% more health from all incoming healing effects. Both armor and weapons can have perks. How many perks an item has really depends on its rarity. For instance, common will have 0 perks while epic and legendary will have about 3. When you loot an item, the perks will be assigned randomly. Items acquired from faction vendors' requests usually come with a predefined perk. We have attached a full list of the perks in New World down below in the description. Combat in New World is action-oriented and does not use a tab targeting system like most other MMOs. Instead, you have to manually aim your attacks. Hitboxes are very precise and you can often duck under a sword or narrowly dodge an arrow. With light and heavy attacks can be used to break somebody's block. You can also get up to 3 special attacks per weapon that are defaulted bound to Q, R, and F. These do have cooldowns but often do a lot of damage or have other effects. It's also very important to block attacks or outright dodge them. Now let's go ahead and dive into the factions of the game. Marauders, ruthless military forces bent on establishing a free nation where anyone with strength to do so can prosper and profit. The Covenant are a fervent group of individuals that has charged itself with cleansing the land of heretics and defilers. so that his true holy nature can flourish and justice can be restored. The Syndicate is a secretive organization of immeasurable cunning and intellect in the search of forbidden knowledge to usher in a new age of enlightenment. During PvP quests, you'll be able to freely engage in combat with players of the other two factions, but never your own. During faction quests will reward XP, gold, and faction tokens. These tokens can be spent to unlock higher tiers of rewards such as faction-specific armor and weapons. There is an open world PvP. In order to participate in open world PvP, you must flag for PvP. If you die to another player in the open world, you will not drop your items. You will suffer durability loss on your gear just as PvE, and you'll have to respawn at your closest point. However, if you kill the other player, you will be rewarded with experience and faction tokens and an item. The rewards are based on how long the player has been alive while flagged. Then there is Siege Battles, a 50-50 instance battle that takes place after a territory has been undermined with territory control incentives. Dueling can be initiated by any player over level 10, regardless of faction or PvP status. There's Outpost Rush, an endgame PvP VE mode with 20 vs 20 players fight to control the mysterious and dangerous Nathios Island. Okay, alright, hold up. We need to call it there. This video is starting to get long, and with all MMOs, there's just so many mechanics and things to go over. We just can't merely go over it in one sitting. So as if I've noted before, check the links down below for further in-depth breakdowns of different topics. But until next time, guys, it's Feb, and have a great night.